during COVID, I lived with my dad, and because my mom was a nurse practitioner, and we didn't, I didn't want to be exposed to my mom because she was exposed to COVID. We didn't know how good COVID was, how bad COVID was, like what it was gonna do. And so until about June, I lived with my dad. And when June came around, I was able to go see my mom again. And it was me, my sister, my mom, and my grandma. We went to Oklahoma, and we went to the Tulsa Zoo. And it was at the Tulsa Zoo, at the orangutan exhibit, that there was a whole wall just talking about palm oil, the destruction, how it destroys the habitat of orangutans and other things. And that, normally people just walk by the wall. I spent like an hour with my mom just reading that. There's a QR code where I downloaded an app that told you what foods are good or not. And that stuck with me for so long, because a year and a half later, it was February 2022, is when I did my first February series, Palm Oil Free February. And ever since then, I have done a February series, and that's why this year I'm doing Save the Bees February. I've had this all planned out for years. Like Save the Sea February was my second year, and since then I've had every other year like planned, like the name wise and like what I'm gonna do. And so for about 3 years I have known that this year was going to be the finale, and so I'm gonna try to make it my best, because in the past I get lazy. I know it's like freezing cold and I don't do donations, but there's more I could do in those times. Like my specific diets, I've done good on those. Like I don't eat what I can't eat. But this year I'm gonna try to go all out for the finale. I just want to say thank you for being here for the past 5 years. So up to 25% of all bee species have not been reported since the 90s, and 40% of other species today are also facing extinction. A study found that bee farms lose up to 30 to 40% of their bees every year, which that is not good at all. And the bees have a major impact on the economy. In the US specifically, in 2023, a study found that they lost $630 million due to the decline of bees, which I know, I feel like that's that's an economical problem, but there's other problems. 1/3 of all plants on our planet rely on bees to pollinate them as their main pollinator, which 75% of the Earth's crops are pollinated by bees, which that counts for $570 billion in profit, which is all relying on bees. And bees also pollinate 80% of the world's flowers, which humans don't eat flowers as much, but that affects that affects animals and food chains. So that would leave animals going on to other food sources, and that would leave those animals not getting the nutrients that they need. And without bees, stores would lose more than 50% of all their produce. Fruits and vegetables left over would skyrocket. We would have to rely on like wheat and rice as our main food stuff. So the main reason bees are in danger, there's about 5 main ones I put together. Number 1 is pesticides. So people will spray that on plants in their ground, and that if a bee goes to pollinate a plant and they get pesticides, it will either immediately kill them, or they will slowly start to lose their vision, lose their ability to fly, lose their sense of direction to go back to the colony, and that will slowly kill them. It can poison the whole ground, meaning it seeps into the whole colony since bees live underground. Mass urbanization, so just clearing whole forests, fields, prairies just to build houses. That's a big thing. That's number 2. Many different diseases are killing and attacking bees, whether it's parasitic, fungal, whether it's like parasites or viral infections. It's one of the main reasons bees are dying, and that can spread to other bees, and that can also get rid of a whole colony. Global warming is our last one. That affects what time of the year flowers and other feed food sources will pollinate. It can confuse bees. It can just lead to crops not growing as long, flowers not growing as much, and that ultimately leads to starvation of the bees. And so that's the last reason, is bees will just die of starvation due to global warming, which is why this year I'm teaming up with the Bee Conservancy, which they are a non-profit organization that they got founded in 2009, and they help over 10 million bees, and they also help their habitat. They help restore that. and they're my charity I chose for this year. We've had basically a different charity every year, and for the finale, it's the Bee Conservancy. Right there, I got a QR code, and go scan that. That's my charity. 100% of everything I collect goes to them. I'm not keeping any of this. I never keep any of the money. That's all going to the charity. But yes, throughout the year, what you can expect from me is, you know, I'm in a tropical greenhouse. You probably think it's nice outside. I'll show you outside, hold on. So normally, like, you can leave your lawn, maybe don't mow it as often, leave plants, leave weeds, leave flowers, don't cut the flowers. Maybe just like a corner of your yard, leave it extra like wild, because that can do, that can get bees. That can be a nice food source for bees. They can pollinate that, and that can help them a lot. That's actually one of the main things they recommend. Also, if it's autumn, don't rake leaves, because bees are nesting in the ground during that time of the year, and that can disrupt them and maybe even destroy their whole house, their whole colony. So you might be like, okay, Dylan, maybe during this this series, maybe you could not, maybe don't mow the lawn, maybe don't, maybe I could leave my yard extra wild. But let me show you what it looks like outside this time of year. Yeah, this is Missouri for you. It's all covered in snow. So, you know, I don't think lawn maintenance is gonna be something I can do this time. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus a lot on donations this year. This may sound like a lot, but my goal is $2,000 USD. So or USB. So there is a web seminar. I don't know exactly what the company is, but that'll be in different episodes, I tell you. But it's about bees and how to protect insects in your backyard. I might go watch that. There's places where you can volunteer, but it's also winter, and I don't think they do that right now. Like, I was researching all over Kansas City. There's a plant, there's a like a plant convention where they're doing a class on bees, like specifically in bees, but they only sell like the whole ticket. So a whole 2-day ticket is $180 or something. And so I don't really plan on going to one class for $180. Maybe I'll email them, tell them what I'm doing, say if I can just have access to one class. Anyways, also, I know it's cold outside, but I could build a bee house. They're pretty easy. That can be part of a video, and I don't necessarily have to put it outside this time, but you know, I can make it. But yes, donations. I'm gonna be going door to door a lot this month. I got my meta glasses. I don't know if that's illegal to record people. I don't care. I'm not gonna fall behind. I don't care if it's cold. If it's cold, we got other things to do. Also, another thing, there's a type of wildflowers. I'm gonna have to do more research into them, but like, it's February and it's snowing, but you can sprinkle the seeds on the snow or on frozen soil, and when it defrosts, it naturally brings the seeds into the ground. And so, like, right now is the best time to plant those wildflowers. So at the end of this series, they won't be you know, grown, but they'll basically be planted for the summer. It'll be nice and pretty, and I can maybe give you guys a little update. I want to say thank you to Powell Gardens, my friend Charlie and Eric, for letting me come here and do my intro here. I'm in one of their greenhouses. Maybe I come back here sometime this month. Maybe we get I don't know, maybe I can do more things here. I don't know, but we're gonna figure out things this month. But the intro videos, I feel like my most boring video every year is always the first episode of the February series, because it's not me doing anything, it's just me explaining what I'm doing. But you might be like, what's every year the main thing is food. This year, there's not really food I don't eat or do eat. I mean, there's a local honey stand. It's good to support local farmers. There's a place called Missouri Mo Beehives, or Mo Hives or something. I can go get a tour there. But food-wise, I mean, non-pesticides, so I can focus on that. But I don't really think there's much food this year. My final year, I guess we're taking it easy on the food. I did not plan that. It just happens to be how it landed. But I guess I'll let you know in episode 2, week 1, when I'm probably doing a mix of everything. I'll let you know if I go to the store and get stuff or what to get. But this is the intro video. I want to say, if you've been here since Palmer pre-February, I want to say thank you. I feel like my videos have definitely gotten better. But once again, here's the link for the QR code for the donation. I have it in the description as well, if you would consider donating, because I enjoy doing this. And like I said, it all goes to the Bee Conservancy. Right there is what it's called. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for letting me come here, but I'll be back soon. Thank you guys. Love you.